Hi, everyone. So I'm back again with a few tips about teaching online. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about being an online teacher and an independent contractor. When you teach for an online school, usually they're asking for independent contractors. And what does that mean? That means that they do not want to be obliged to having to pay for vacation pay or insurance or anything like that. So basically what they're asking you to do is they're asking you to sign a contract saying that you will provide services for them with or without the materials they provide you. However, they have no other obligation towards you. So um, when you do this, and of course you're not guaranteed a lot of hours, independent contractors end up providing their services to multiple companies. Some people like sticking with one company. Other people, like myself, like to provide their services to many companies or individuals. So I was just I thought I'd make a little video about why I think that the ideal thing to do is to actually provide services to multiple individuals or companies. So if you look at my resume at the moment, you'll see that there is a listing of maybe 7 different companies. And when people see this, they think, okay, how is this even possible? How is this woman working for 7 different companies at the same time? Well, it actually is possible because when you're teaching online, you don't have a full schedule with just one individual or one company. You're providing your services to multiple services and companies and people. So you might have like 5 hours a week with one company, 10 hours a week with tutoring, another 5 hours a week or 6 hours a week with another company. And so you're filling in your schedule with work from multiple places. Other people like to stick to one place, one company, dedicate themselves to that, which is fine, and fill up any slots that they're available for with that company. Now, I'm going to tell you why I think that that might not be the better option. I actually spoke to somebody that was talking about promoting your business and working for yourself, being an entrepreneur. And I had a question. I thought, I'm going to ask him, am I doing the right thing by kind of spreading my services in different directions? And he basically told me that, look what happened to the Titanic, right? They put all this money and luxury into one big boat, right? And what happened? It sunk, and then that's that, right? You got to start from scratch. You got to build another big boat. So he's basically telling me that it's ideal to spread your services into different directions, because that way, if one boat goes under, then you have all the other little boats to save you. And that really, it worked out really, really well for me as an individual and as a teacher, because when, that problem in China with the Chinese companies not being able to hire or to provide lessons to Chinese children became a factor, then all of a sudden my 10 slots with VIP Kid disappeared and I no longer had any work with VIP Kids. So let's imagine that I only worked for VIP Kid and I didn't have any backups. Then I would be, I'd be screwed basically. I'm going to say that. I don't know if it's allowed, but I'm going to say that. I'd be screwed. I would be without an income. I'd be without money to back myself up. So ideally, having put your energy into a lot of different companies or a lot of different individuals is ideal, because if one boat sinks, then you've got all your other little boats to kind of keep you afloat. So until you can get another plan going. So that was ideal. Now, it's kind of crazy when you do spread your services to multiple companies or individuals, especially when you're working online. You find yourself in 5 or 6 different countries every day. So first of all, you got to take into account the time change, right? You've got different time zones. And then you got to think about when the time changes. So you've got daylight savings, and then you got to think about which countries are affected by that, which are not, and how they might overlap. So it can be a little confusing at first, but after that, it's a lot easier. And then another benefit is that you can travel to different countries and teach because you're doing it online. So all you're doing is you're clicking, entering the classroom. You just need to plan it really, really well and make sure that one thing helps the other. Now, another advantage of working for multiple companies and individuals was that every time I did this, I had something to gain from each one, right? So let's say, I'm going to give you an example. When I first started teaching online, I started with VIP Kid, and then a couple months later, I started with a company called Pathways English. Pathways English taught to children in the provinces of Beijing in the public school system. So I had 40 kids in front of me, and I would enter the classroom once a week, teaching them phonics, reading skills, and speaking skills. Okay. Now, this particular school used Classin. So I became familiar with Classin way before a lot of teachers started teaching individually online. So when this big thing with China happened and a lot of the VIP Kid teachers were trying to find other forms of work, they were trying to get familiar with class and they were trying to get familiar with booking systems. And I had already learned all that before. So, be open-minded, explore. Even if a certain contract with a company or an individual doesn't work out, trust me, you're going to have something to gain from all of that. If not, learn from what they have to offer. There is going to be something, one element that you're going to really like from one or the other, that you're going to put together and create your own brand, And I think that's ideal overall. So just to summarize, and I hope I wasn't too confusing, in my opinion, if you're going to teach online, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Make sure that you allocate your time to different companies. Obviously, pay attention and give priority to the ones that are making you the most money, obviously. But always have a backup plan. Always have some other companies or individuals you're teaching so that you always have cash in your pocket. Okay, so that was the second tip that I wanted to share with you today. And again, if you like anything I have to share, any knowledge or wisdom that I'm sharing with you, please subscribe to my page and you can get updates on my new videos. See you soon. Bye.